Okay, called to order the meeting of the Canandaigua Zoning Board of Appeals. We'll start our meeting with a pledge of allegiance and also a short period of silence for our country and our closes. Pledge of allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, just a brief review of our process and procedures here. When a variance comes before the board, the applicant will come up to the microphone, identify themselves, and tell us why they're asking for the variance. We can ask questions of them, and they can ask questions of us. Once that interchange has taken place, if the applicant feels that all the appropriate information has been given to the board, we'll ask for any comments from the audience, either here or at home. It doesn't look like we have anybody right now, but and then after that's finished, I would say that people in the audience would address their questions to the board, not to the applicant. And then when all the information is satisfactory to the applicant, we can close the public hearing. And we have 62 days from when we close the hearing to make a decision, but we generally try to make a decision on the night of the presentations. Okay, first one is Gerber Homes and Additions, Thomas Road. Is there anyone here for that tonight? You didn't hear anything back from them. Well, I think this is the third meeting that they have not shown up, so we have set up a policy. If somebody doesn't present themselves for 3 meetings, so I guess strike 3 didn't travel, so they have to reapply basically. So the next is Anna Popelka, 5229 Sammy's Right Way, requesting a front setback variance of 11.2 feet for a proposed garage attached to the primary structure, where 18.8 feet is proposed and 30 feet is required, and a lot coverage variance of 22% for existing conditions where 42% exists and 20% is a maximum. Let's see here. Did you hear anything? There was a different drawing.
Yeah, the big one as well.
There was a different drawing.
Yes,
Yeah. We didn't add a whole lot of information. Yeah.
We'll go pretty quick.
Well, we'll hold off on that for right now. And put that on at the end.
What's this?
Okay, next one is Shauna Holtz, 3823 County Road 16. Applicant is seeking to install a generator 10 feet from the south property line in the RLD district. An area variance of setback is required. A 2-foot setback variance for the generator is needed, where 10 feet is proposed and 12 feet is required. Anyone? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
This
Come on
team
up.
here, you
Okay.
go.
They were just asking for
And your name is?
Jeff for Home Power Systems.
Okay.
The 2 feet that's needed, we just don't have. But it is in the best location to cause the least amount of disruption to the aesthetics of the neighborhood.
No, it wouldn't be all that evident, not from the road anyway.
You'd barely see it. There's trees in the way.
Not from your neighbors.
They wouldn't see it either. There's
Okay,
tall arborvitae hedges.
Okay.
The only other option, which is more on the road, actually would be highly visible and an eyesore for the neighborhood. We've been there 40 years. It's never been a water issue. We're putting it on a stand, just low stand, just to make sure, so.
That's what I'm gonna ask. I mean, it's right next to the creek there.
Yeah, it's actually quite a bit higher up than the creek.
Yeah.
But we will be putting it on a 12-inch powder coated steel base.
That creek, most cases is not a problem.
And I think if the creek were to ever flood to get to the point of the base of the generator being that tall, it'd be close to the height of the bottom of the windows in the garage, which I don't foresee ever happening.
It's basically just a drainage creek out into the lake.
We've never had high water there.
It makes a turn before it gets under, but probably wouldn't have a straight shot of large washing effect, right? Anyone have any questions?
The only question I have is I have been on this board a while and I have never seen a response from the ECB quite as adamant against this project.
Was this the one? I thought it was the other one.
This is the generator, right, in the creek.
Okay, so
I
I
didn't see that. Could you, provide that for us?
thought that was for him.
I don't think so. It was an email. It was.
Yeah, I remember.
Are we sure that that was this project?
That's what
pretty
I'm
sure.
looking. Oh, it does say 41-0. Okay.
I know they did comment on, I was at the ECB meeting for this.
Okay,
Well, it was more than comments. I mean,
Oh, yeah, I know,
it
they were.
was- They obviously put quite a bit of time into it as well.
Far off the ground, did you say that vegan?
12 inches.
It's 38, let's see, 23, no, that's in CDC, item 3.
because the blue line stream.
Yeah, I didn't see any of it. I don't see any CB letters for whole.
I think she.
Right here.
emailed, But I got an email.
It's an
after
email.
you
All of
from
us.
Oh, it's not in cloud.
You want to read it? I got it pulled up.
Yeah.
This is this afternoon. I can see it, I guess. No.
Yeah, this is for this. Yeah, right. Yeah, you want to see it? So it's basically the ECB is asking about like maintaining the generator. I mean, how they're saying you'd literally have to be standing in the stream to maintain it. It's close to a blue line stream. There's a couple of different things in
Yeah.
there, so.
I could see how they would be concerned about that, but we have generators on slopes all over the place you would think it's difficult to maintain, but the most challenging part would be draining the oil into an oil pan and as long as you've got a long enough hose to be able to do that off to the side, you can do that on either side, left or right of the generator.
And they're also saying about the stability of the embankment there, basically.
I mean, there's all kinds of established routes established throughout that, so
Mhm.
I'd be surprised if that ever were to give way. You've got that tree stump right there. It seems very as is. I don't see that ever eroding away.
Kelly, since the applicant, it sounds like you have seen this letter from the Environmental Conservation.
No.
Can you read it into the records?
Sure.
Would you like me to?
I will put on the glasses for this one. So, all right, it says the generator is proposed to be placed incredibly close to a blue line stream with good year-round flow. Gas generators required maintenance and the potential for spillage of oils and other materials in the stream, and thereby the lake is really a possibility. Gas spillage could also occur if generator is damaged or moved by flooding, erosion, or ice. The increasing frequency and severity of weather events makes the generator placement highly prone to be impacted by one of the said events. Streams can change their course very quickly, making such a placement also at risk from such changes. One of the ECB members has a history of doing work on this property and the one across the stream from it. He said the stream is always running and has eroded much. He also has seen flooding and much flood damage on this property. Another ECB member noted that the tree stumps visible in this photos, the tree roots currently holding the stream back in place will rot in about 10 years or less, depending on the tree that was felled. There will be stream bank instability and erosion when the roots are gone. The property is in all flood zones. Maintenance of the generator would need to be done by standing in the stream. That's all the comments.
I get that it appears that way in the photo, but I stood there easily and on more than one occasion, and they would not need to be standing in the stream. And there would be no gas spillage. This is natural gas fed. It's not gasoline fed.
I don't think they're talking about that. I think it's just, I mean, if the stream were to go and the generator tipped in with oil or something in the generator.
Yeah, I get then there's the oil part, but they specifically called out gas spillage,
Right.
which I wasn't sure if they.
They said oil too, but yeah.
Right.
Respectfully, I've lived in this point for 73 years and on this specific one for 40. The only time we've had twice where we've had water down on the point itself come up, you know, maybe 20 feet. We have never had high water in this area. So, and I think that the soil is very intact. There
I'm sorry,
is-
could you state your name just for the record?
Yes,
We're
Shauna Holtz.
Shauna Holtz, okay.
Mhm. And there are many times that the stream is dry. So I wouldn't even consider doing something that I thought would be unsafe in any way. Doesn't benefit us to do that.
Certainly doesn't run year round. I've seen it dry as well.
I think the only problem would be an extreme event, and we have had that.
Right.
Maybe not on this one, I don't know. I'm just raising the issue as to,
Oh, yeah.
ECB was pretty, I haven't seen anybody come quite highlighted.
Yeah, again, that came out today. I didn't.
Yeah, usually they're not that detailed, but
Given their concerns, we look for another place to put it.
It's my opinion that there really is no other good location. I mean, maybe one that would satisfy the ECB, but not the town. I think we would be putting it either there or on the roadside between the end of the garage and the
County road.
what's that?
The road, county road.
Yeah, the road, but the guardrail is what I'm looking for. Guardrail in the garage. Be extremely visible and also in danger of traffic.
Would it be unreasonable to revisit this next month and just give it some time, or I don't wanna make a big deal out of nothing, but at the same time,
I hear you.
I mean, if it's okay, it's okay, but.
We are currently under construction, so we're trying to get a number of things completed. You know, we would certainly be open to any suggestions that you have that might make you more comfortable with this placement. I do personally think it is the most ideal location for everybody concerned.
Well, these have been a pretty easy variance, except for, again, this one, and I didn't even see this till this afternoon, and again, I
Yeah,
had
we
never.
didn't- We didn't hear anything about it, so we didn't
Didn't
realize that
come
there
out
had
till
been
today.
Right.
any kind of an objection. You know, over the past 8-10 years, there are power outages that are occurring and very difficult for those of us who are residents.
No doubt about
No.
that.
We all live
Last
right around
long
the same,
time.
we're used to it too, so.
Yeah, it's tough having, you know, people coming for dinner and suddenly
Yeah.
you have no power.
Yeah.
I am almost always here for Westlake Road variances.
Awesome.
And you, I don't think you've had too many of them turned down.
Never.
Okay, well, that's fine. I'd rather this not be the first, so.
Large one.
Just to play devil's advocate, or why wouldn't then any place on the north side be? A good spot, any reason?
It'd be disruptive to the aesthetics of the neighborhood and just for the Holtzes, it's very visible to their neighbors.
It's very difficult to get to also with the gas line and so
Yeah.
forth. This is ready, basically all ready to go and accessible.
Yeah, as far as running gas and electric lines to the generator, this is also the best spot. Trying to get it across to the other side of the house, you get dead ended. There's not a basement that goes all the way over there or crawl
How
space.
about around the corner? Some of that. We're in that area somewhere.
We have air conditioning units and things that are, we've kind of exhausted every possibility, look for every option.
Wouldn't fit in where the air conditioner unit is.
I've been to this property multiple times trying to, like Shauna just said, exhausting all options and. You could place it other places, but it's gonna be out in the middle of something, like in the middle of the patio then. Which nobody would want or,
Where's the breaker box?
well. From, mind if I go up to it?
Yeah.
Please, no, but I'll disrupt it, I'm gonna be this. So this is the garage here, the breaker box is gonna be, well, the first main point of disconnect is gonna be here. But the new panels are gonna be located a little further this way. But we'll have our transfer switch right here, and then be able to run right into a crawl space right about here. And get it right out to the generator there. Going this way, you run out of basement.
You also have to dig up the driveway, which is all pavers, or flagstone that is poured.
That area of shrubbery. On the, well, on the east side of the, where it comes around the corner there. Is there any way to tuck it in there that would be farther from the creek?
I think the problem with that area, if I understand the parameters, is that it has to be 5 feet from windows and it doesn't make that possible.
What area are you calling out?
Up
Oh,
against
it's-
room.
Looking around.
Right where his cursor is, right there.
Over here.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Oh, wait,
there is that,
there.
you run out of land mass.
I think that's a concern here. You wouldn't need a variance in any other place, then I take it. You would not need a variance.
Correct.
The question, if, let's say the creek were another 10 feet to the south, would they need a variance then? I mean, they're still gonna be off close to a creek. I'm just wondering in the future if we need to look at that. I know we're gonna property. Yeah.
Actually, the creek doesn't need to plan this except for. What
Yeah, I
ECD was discussing,
Right.
but for the generator itself, it's the proximity to the.
I guess I raised that not related to this one, but. You know, we were talking about taking away the need for variances for generators. we need to leave something in the code that a generator can't be too close to a stream. Again, not referring to this.
They may have to change that and have to discuss that,
Again,
but natural gas, that's the. You know, that's safer near a stream.
it's keep this from guard.
Mhm.
Any other questions? You want to have some additional time to look at this, given how late this came in?
I just did, if everybody's, you know, has enough information, but I mean, it seemed like nobody knew anything about it. And I mean, I've never seen the ECB quite so adamant about being against a project as this. And I certainly don't want to dismiss them. I mean, they're putting a lot of time into this job and I'm not, you know.
That information just came through today.
At about 1 o'clock last
Yeah.
night.
Wow.
Yeah, I was.
I don't know when their meeting was,
That's
but
why I was surprised when
It
you
was.
said that, because I hadn't seen that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I got.
First Thursday.
Okay. I don't know, I mean, we're a shorter person too, so. I'm not sure if that will help develop or not.
Is that just the opinion of someone on ECB or is that the?
It
opinion of
was,
the
seemed
whole
like it was a
ECB?
few of them. Like, right, there was more than one person.
I was on the road.
Like,
all
were you
day
at
and
the-
see
I was
this.
at BCB.
There were several people.
Wonder why nothing was in cloud permit.
Pardon me?
I wonder why nothing was in cloud permit with that information.
I don't know.
Well, we can do two things. One, we can go ahead and, you know, well, we have to
Right.
get some from the audience, but, you know, we can either go ahead and vote tonight, or we can hold it up till next month and get more information from the ECB. That would be
What do you think?
another option.
I've already read it. I read it completely. So I feel like I'm, you know, I also understand, again, I've already been to be repetitive. I don't want to dismiss something that these people were very concerned about. So I mean, I think it's up to the applicant if you want to go for a vote or,
Right.
Yeah.
or we can hold off. We've got
We'd like to go for a vote.
We got 60 days, so. yeah.
Okay, anybody in the audience have any questions or concerns? Hearing none, are you satisfied for us to close the
Yeah.
public hearing? Close the public hearing. We have 62 days to make a decision. We may vote tonight or not. That we can still
So
decide.
we'll circle back, yeah.
Okay, next one is Mary Hamlin, 3841 County Road 15. Requesting fee variances, to place an accessory structure in the front yard in the RLD. Variance 1 is to place an accessory structure in the front yard when it's required to be in the side or backyard. Variance 2 is a request for 44.4 foot front setback when 5.5 feet is proposed and 50 feet is required. Variance 3 is variance request for 2.5 side setback when 5.5 is proposed and 8 is required. Yes.
Yes, that's it. Just, that's really the only place, we don't have any storage at all on our property. As you can see, our lots, pretty non-conforming to begin with. So I think we need a variance no matter where we put it. And I'm assuming everybody would rather have the shed in our back, what I consider the backyard, they say the front yard instead of in front of the lake, so.
And we assume you're the homeowner,
I
right,
am
Mary?
the homeowner,
All right.
yes, yeah. And the only other place to put it would be on the side of the house, there are neighbors attached to our house. And I don't think anybody wants that or in our front yard. meaning the
By
lakeside.
the way,
So our whole purpose is to landscape the whole yard around a little shed that we're having built to match our cottage.
Mary, did,
Oh,
Mike Murphy came out and talked to you about this,
Yes,
correct?
yeah,
He told
he-
you that was the best spot.
He specifically told me that that was the place to put it too. We walked around the
Okay.
house and he said, don't put it on the lakeside, don't put it on the shed, so that was where we could go. And we didn't, that's it, that's our only storage.
10 by 12 is,
We can go up to 12 by 12, actually, yeah.
Yeah, I did the calculations for it.
And all our neighbors are very excited about it because means we can get rid of our trash cans and lawnmowers, and hide them up.
no lot coverage issues.
No, that was, yeah, we had discussed that.
it's
10
just
by
the front
14
yard,
Or 12 by 12 would have been with the sheet of metal.
it's just the front yard thing,
Yeah. Yeah, but our front yard's really,
right, we're all that way, okay.
so,
You own across the street or all?
pardon me?
You have property across the
No,
street?
that's
no?
this, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty limited.
Yeah, both Mikes looked at it with me, and this is really the only place we can put one. I promise it's gonna be very nice. It'll look good.
Any questions, of the board? Any questions from the audience? Hearing none, are you satisfied with what you presented? And we can close the public hearing.
That's good.
There's a letter from a neighbor, by the way.
Pardon me?
There's a letter from a neighbor
Yes,
in
there was.
support.
Yeah, the one that's
It was-
right next to
It was
us.
in support.
And the other neighbor across the street is also, I just couldn't get hold of him in time, but he's very excited about it, so.
I'm also a neighbor and
Yeah.
I support.
I was gonna say, but you guys are close anyway.
We're very close.
Okay, we'll close the public hearing. We have 62 days in which to make a decision. We'll try and get to a decision tonight.
If you could, that would be great. Then we
We've
can
got things
keep-
well in progress.
We're trying hard to get it done, look good, thank you.
Okay, yeah. Okay, the next one is James Brasley, 5811 County Road 32.
Excuse me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good
Thank
day.
you.
Asking for a variance for a new home addition and new garage to an existing home. Proposed new garage will be 24.6 feet from the front property line. 5.4 foot variance is needed, where 24.6 feet is proposed and 60 is required. Yes, sir.
Good evening, I'm Jim Brasley, architect. I'm representing Christine Noble, who's joining me tonight. She's the owner of 5811 County Road 32. She's planning a house addition and garage addition on the existing property. And we're looking tonight for a variance, front setback variance of 36 feet total. I believe 60 feet is required, and they're asking for 24 feet. The purpose of the addition is so that Christine can move in with her elderly father who lives there now. He's got some health issues. We've gone through to determine a new floor plan for the house. It's very small. And he needs some extra space in case an aide ever has to come in, large bathroom, lots of wide doors and wide walkways. They also need storage and a mudroom and a pantry for the house. So we determined the only place to place the addition is where the existing one-car garage is. They want to build a two-car garage in the front yard. That's the reason why we're requesting the variance. I believe it meets all the 5 factors that you consider for a variance. It won't change the character of the neighborhood. This is a rural area of the town. There's almost no neighbors. There is one house across the street. You should have a letter from that neighbor in support of the project. About a quarter mile up the road. There's the letter. About a quarter mile up the road is the next building on the same side as her. That's an old barn. That's even closer to the road than we're asking for. There it is. And about a quarter mile to the southwest in the other direction, there's a farm market. Snuffy's and some of their little farm buildings are also closer to the road. So I don't believe it'll change the character of the neighborhood. There's nowhere else to put the addition. They can't put it farther back on the yard because the property slopes down towards the back and the septic tank and leach lines are in the way. We tried sliding it back farther and it just wasn't working and avoiding the septic tank. It will be more expensive construction because the ground is lower in the back. They don't want to go to the west, which is to the left on your screen there. That's where the historic cemetery is. There's some, I guess, famous historic trees right on the property line, and she's been bombarded by acorns for years, getting cars, and she wants to get away from the cemetery and away from the trees. By the way, some of the gravestones on the cemetery are also closer to the road than the 60-foot setback, so the general neighborhood is a closer setback there, I suppose. So this is the best space we could find for the addition and the garage addition. The next factor to consider is whether or not it's a large variance. I guess it is a large variance. It's about a 60% reduction, but we do have extra wide right of way on the road, 66 feet wide. So the property line is pretty far from the pavement, and it's similar to the other buildings I mentioned earlier. So although it seems like a big variance, there is a little bit of lawn still that's part of the county right of way. The next factor to consider is whether there'll be any harm to the environment. There'll be no environmental impact at all. The addition will have gutters and downspouts to take care of stormwater, and there's plenty of land on the property to handle the addition. And the last one is the self-created hardship. Yes, this is self-created, but I know that you can consider that the benefit to the homeowner and her father probably outweigh any detriment to the health, safety, and welfare of the town. So I believe it's a justified variance, and I'll answer any other questions that you have.
There's no lot coverage issue.
No.
No, it's about 0.7 acres. I don't remember what the numbers are, but there's plenty of, they're well under whatever the requirements are for green space or building lot coverage. The house is barely 1,000 square feet today, so it's not a big
Right.
house. It's more a suburban sized lot, but it's about 2/3 of an acre, so it's a little bigger than a suburban lot, but not nearly as big as any of the neighboring properties.
Would this have been flagged by the county for review at all?
County DOT did review it. We originally had 2 driveway access points proposed, just like the house across the street. County said they preferred 1, so the latest site plan that should be in cloud permit just shows a single curb cut out onto the driveway now. We also appeared before the agricultural committee because this is in an agricultural district and there hasn't been farming on this property for at least 60 years, probably longer, so there's no impact to agriculture.
One, audience have any comments or quick questions? Satisfied with what you presented?
I am, thank you.
Close the public hearing for 62 days to make a decision. Hopefully we'll get to it tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next is Anthony Venezia, 4964 Hillcrest Drive. Requesting approval from the planning board to subdivide a 6.7 acre parent parcel into 2 lots. Lot R3A, an existing single family home and associated improvements at 4.2 acres, and lot R3B, a vacant parcel at 2.5 acres, proposed for a future home site. The subdivision will require prior approval for variance for lot width from the zoning board. 75-foot lot width variance is needed where 50 feet is proposed, and 125 feet is required.
Yes, so it is a 2-lot subdivision on Hillcrest Drive. Hillcrest Drive is currently a private drive. There's no change in that. It is under an HOA driveway agreement right away. The plan is to do a 2-lot subdivision, and the reason that we're here in front of the variance board is to get a variance for the lot width on the north. Hillcrest Drive kind of comes to a little end right there to access 2 other lots on the north. Both of those lots are right around 20 feet wide at the right of way. So we're double that on the north side for our lot width, so as far as like character in the neighborhood and things of that nature, it doesn't really change much. We also have another, I wouldn't call it a flag lot, but a narrow lot on the south. Where the southerly driveway comes in for the neighbor. So the plan is just a 2-lot subdivision. The reason for the way the layout is access for a potential home. In that kind of like right where it says the lot R area, 2.5 acres, around right in that general location. So that's kind of why we access it to the north. One notable thing to mention is the nature of this lot. It is the only lot on Hillcrest that actually has the ability to be developed again and subdivided. All the other ones are, one done kind of thing. Once it was done, they're deeded. They cannot be subdivided. But with this large lot that was kind of one of the bigger lots from the original subdivision, that was still allowed. So if there's any questions. Take them.
So there's one other with the narrow.
Well, there's these two on the north. Those are the frontage for this lot and another lot there. And then on the south, there's another one that's about 25 feet as well. So there's two on the north, and then you can see that one on the south, and they're both right around like the 20 to 22 feet wide, and we're 50.
You're basically going straight in from where the.
Yes.
road is.
Mhm.
Anthony, what does this do to the homeowners association adding a lot?
I think the owner's here, he's actually had the conversations with the HOA, he can speak to that.
Yes, so,
Introduce yourself, sir.
I'm Gregory, should I do this? up here?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm Gregory Novak, I'm the owner of 3A and 3B, and this was subdivided or approved for subdivision in '94 when Griffith first did this all those years ago. So he took the 6 lots, turned them into 11, subdivided them, then the town approved. There were 2 left, 5 and 3. 5 got subdivided, I don't know, 5 or 10 years ago. And I bought this in '96. The deed was set up that way. Never wanted to do anything with it. Long story short, the homeowners association has always planned for 13 homeowners. So when the house gets built, the folks who build the house will join the homeowners association. They'll be part of, they'll pay homeowners fees, everyone who lives in the 55, 52 acres that is the Landing Homeowners Association automatically joins the homeowners association, pays fees, and has access to the private road to the Hillcrest Drive. The only way you get access to Hillcrest Drive is if you're part of the homeowners association. And you also have the right to buy one of the 5 lakefront properties down front. And that's the only way you can get access to one of those properties is if you own one of the 13 up top of the hill.
This is gonna have to get planning board subdivision approval, yes, Mike?
Yes.
That homeowners association, planning board will wanna confirm everything you just said.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I've submitted a letter from the homeowners association
Okay,
that all my neighbors are, all the homeowners are fine with this.
and then there was something with the road. I think we might have addressed, but does this affect the road at all? Doesn't seem to.
No.
Because your lot starts just west of the driveways, I think.
Yeah, it's just kind of like dead ends now,
Okay.
and then the new potential new driveway would extend up through there.
Okay.
Actually, good news for the town.
Right, it says the easement from the electricity.
Correct.
Yeah, that's
For
the
the water.
easement for the water
Yeah,
right now. And one of the arrangements will probably get made with Jim Fletcher.
yeah,
Right now, they drive up there and they're running up the yard. And that's causing water to pool, and it's causing water to come down in the spring and then ice the top of Hillcrest Drive. So what's gonna happen is the driveway that the owners put in will probably be extended past, if I can step up there.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, so if we assume well, I had in the way. We assume that the house is here.
Mhm.
And the driveway goes up to about here and through here. The water box is actually up here. Just past my property line, up past the woods.
Uh-huh.
What Jim said to me was, if the homeowners do this with their driveway and stop here, he'll actually extend that part of the road, and then he'll have a paved road to get access up there for maintenance forevermore.
Yeah.
And that's a benefit for him, makes it a whole lot easier for, like right now, the grass up there is 3 feet high. But past what I mow, so it makes it really tough for his guys to get there and stuff like that. So one of the benefits he'll get is he'll eventually get a paved road up to the water box.
And that would be only used by the town. It would
Only
have no,
by the
it would have no other access other than
Yeah.
the town and the homeowners that are on that parcel.
Yeah. In fact, in the original subdivision, that parcel above was specifically excluded back in 1992 from any access towards County Road 16 down through this parcel, which always makes my neighbors crazy, right? Because every time it comes up, I've been here 28 years now. It's come up a half a dozen times. So I've been around it a half a dozen times, and my neighbors always lose their mind over somebody developing something up there that gets access to Hillcrest. Hillcrest is a private drive owned by the homeowners association. No one's ever getting access to Hillcrest unless the homeowners association sells it, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay,
How often does the town need to go on that easement to work on the water system?
you'd be surprised. They go up there,
I
they
wouldn't
go.
be surprised if it's a lot. I haven't seen they've done something wrong.
No, it's a fair amount. They got monitoring equipment. They actually put a whole bunch of electronic monitoring in, dug up
Okay,
a
fair
couple of
enough.
years ago. They go up to, they get water in the thing, in the bottom of it, it leaches in, got a pipe that drains some down the hill. So
Okay,
they
fair
go up
enough.
there some, I had to give them a key, once they got a cable up there. And then some folks like to go up there on their own. I've had to put up some no trespassing signs more recently. In the old days, kids, but not so much. What else can I tell you? I was gonna say, I mean, I know it's a technical matter. Those are 2 flag lots on the north side. There's north. Just actually, there's 4, 3 flag lots on the south side. I mean, they actually put a private road in to solve the problem, but they all have less than, I think, 50 feet driveways. Because that, if you made that picture bigger, or showed you. Yeah, see, that's technically a flag, but this used to be Hillcrest Drive. And because that was gonna be a flag, and that was gonna be a flag, and that was gonna be a flag, we turned this into a private drive. So there wouldn't be flag lots, so we wouldn't have to have this conversation. And that was done years ago. But if we're concerned about, that flag lot thing, there's 4 of the 13 lots up there are all flag lots.
So it's in the character of the neighborhood.
Yeah, if that's the phrase, we're not changing anything, right? Anything else, would you? Right.
Anything? Yep, I'm good, I think.
Anyone in the audience have any questions or concern?
As Anthony said, that's the last one for Hillcrest. There's no more lots that can be subdivided, no more houses that can be built, nothing that can get access to Westlake Road, nothing else using Hillcrest. This is last and final.
Got it. Thank you.
No, anybody at home yet?
No.
If you're satisfied, we'll close the public hearing. We have 62 days to make a decision. Try to get to it tonight.
Very well, PCB
Thanks.
Just to let you know. Yeah,
Okay,
okay.
that's it. We, going back, we got Thomas Road. Anybody here for Thomas Road?
On everything else.
Sammy's Way?
Sammy's Way.
Okay. We went over that, but I mean, we skipped over because you weren't here.
Yes, I apologize. I
Okay.
got back from work and got here as
No
quick as I could. So I'm Anna Popalka, homeowner of the 5229 Sammy's Way residence. We're looking to do a single car garage addition to the original 2-car garage location. There's 2 variances that we're looking to, get approval for. In preparation for that, we added some items. The one is the actual walkway that you can see here on the map here, along with the single car garage indicated there too. So you can see that the walkway, which are pavers, will go directly over to the driveway, just like before, just obviously accommodating the new structure. And I did get 2 more neighbors. I was able to chat with them outside, and they gave me verbal authorization that I could use this information to show support of the garage. And I think now I've got 2, 4, 6, 9 fellow neighbors who show affirmation. And I can submit that if you like. And so to the left of us, we have 4 neighbor homes that are in support. I have one neighbor across the street who's in support that I happen to have a chat with, and then one in our cul-de-sac to the right of us. So again, total of 9 within our cul-de-sac.
Are you aware of any variances granted to other neighbors in the neighborhood for either front setback or lot coverage?
I'm unaware. I'm unaware.
So Mike, with the
The new one,
new walk, does that add
it actually, because what they took away and what they're putting in, it's the same.
same? Okay.
So what's their current lot coverage?
It's supposed to be 20, it's 42%. If it doesn't do any improvements, it's already there, but since it's doing improvements, we need that variance to continue.
Also 2 points with our place of residence. We're not allowed sheds on our property, and we're not allowed to park on the roadway in the wintertime, which is kind of clear because of, clouds. So things like that make us really excited about the potential of a single car garage addition. We also have 2 kids. We have 3 total, but two young adults who are, going through college years, and it's spanning more than 4 or 6 years just because of the nature of their studies. So they are in and out of our home. And so, having extra space is always great.
Mike, the current coverage is 42%.
Yes.
And the new.
No, it's going to be 42% with that addition,
Yeah.
but that's what they were asking for originally, it's 40%. So they're adding 2%.
By adding the.
Right, so but the 40% was already there, so.
But the max is supposed to be 20?
Yes.
And we did go through a meeting in May with the environmental, and that seemed to be just fine. Given the whole neighborhood.
Anyone have any comments or questions from the audience? Satisfied with what you presented? Close the public hearing then. We have 62 days to make a decision. We'll try to get to it.
Thank you so much for your
Can I just-
consideration. And I do.
We have a site plan with lot coverage calculations on it now with the front wall.
They're not, this is the new site plan.
Okay.
But I did the calculations myself, so I didn't put them on there, this is how we go.
Oh,
So I
okay.
did go read.
Yeah.
Okay, we already said we would have Thomas Road after we apply.
Make it-
Mhm. Yeah.
Go in the order which they were presented, about the generator, the Holtz.
Okay,
Holtz generator. A tough one.
Yeah. I think we should table it and
You want,
See what
you
more
like to
information we
table it
can
and
get.
let us, I can contact a little bit more with the ECB and see if we can.
I know it's challenging where it is, you know, like I get it, but yeah, maybe. See
Is
what
there a
happens.
motion we table it?
I move that we table until next meeting.
Second,
second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Back to it next month and. we can make a decision. Okay. This is Mary Hamlin, 341 County Road 16.
The ECB also had comments on that, by the way. I'm pretty sure it was that one, wasn't it? 43, was it 43? Yeah.
I don't think it was anything negative.
Not in cloud permit, they didn't.
Okay, well, on that letter. No, which one was 43? Let's see.
841.
Was it 41?
That's what that's.
All right. 43 was, yeah, Mary Hamlin. So on that letter that they said. Let's see, does not oppose the granting, but does strongly advise that the applicant deals with runoff from the structure and rain barrels as well. So, did you hear that?
They're sort of stuck.
What's that?
They're stuck.
Yeah.
By nature of their property.
Yeah, I have no objections. I mean, it's kind of a tough, it's a challenging law.
All the questions.
Recommended by Mike too, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Like, yeah, Mike. Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's not talk about the negatives.
CPN dash 2025-043, 3841 County Road 16. There's 3 variances to vote on. First one is, shall the variance request to place an accessory structure in the front yard be granted? Jason,
Yes.
Dave,
Yes,
Kelly,
Yes,
Chip.
Yes.
Second one, shall the variance request of 44.5 feet for front setback be granted? Jason,
Yes.
Dave,
yes,
Kelly,
yes,
Chip.
Yeah.
And then the last one, shall the variance request of 2.5 feet for side setback be granted? Jason,
Yes.
Dave,
yes,
Kelly,
yes.
Chip.
Yes.
That's it.
Okay, as presented tonight with the site plan. Thanks really the benefit to the benefit to the applicant outweighs the detriment to the neighborhood. This is mainly driven by the unique
Yeah,
configuration of the lot, which really leaves no other place for this accessory structure. And since it's not a lot coverage issue, they are allowed to have an accessory structure,
right. And it's the front because of the lake,
right?
you know, so it's kind of a unique setup.
We had what, one letter from the neighbor?
Yeah, there was one, and it was the one that was directly next to it.
Right. All right, yeah, okay. Certainly not gonna change the character of the neighborhood,
there wasn't any objection either.
right?
And it'll be tucked away too, kind of, you know.
It's a
It also will
relatively
help.
small structure, so it's not.
Small structure, it also will allow them to be able to put some stuff
Right,
out of sight.
they don't have any storage, so.
Anything else anybody will, go,
No, I can.
okay. Going on, James Brasley, 5811 County Road 32.
I didn't have an issue with this one. I thought it was well presented. The information was good. It is kind of a weird,
I think he addressed
yeah,
our normal questions and concerns very well.
me too.
Um, and certainly the septic system in the back limits things.
Right. And the topography around, I mean, like the whole neighborhood is kind of it's a field.
And there are other structures near the road,
Yeah, yes.
going up the back a ways away, but, you know. Personally, don't have any problem with it. Call the question.
Sure. CPN 2025 049. 5811 County Road 32. Shall the request of 35.4 feet for front setback be granted? Jason,
Yes.
Dave,
Yes.
Kelly,
Yes.
Jim.
Yes. Okay, as presented tonight by the site plan, and the presentation by the applicant, the benefit to the applicant outweighs the detriment to the neighborhood. The variance asked for is significant, but will not change the character of the neighborhood. It's dictated, a lot of it's dictated by the septic system placement and also the topography of the lot.
The existing home is very small
Yeah.
too. It's so, you know, he needs assistance, and,
Right.
you know, two people living in there. It's very restrictive.
And I think they presented other possible ways they might have done it, but I
Yeah.
think those were more impactful.
I agree.
Right. Well, let's see. 4964 Hillcrest Drive.
This one is. It's tough because it's really substantial. And it's certainly self-created, but he's got 4 flag lots that are.
I know, right? I mean,
You can't have any more.
you know. I don't know.
There is a benefit to the town. That's better access there.
And it has to be approved, right, anyway, by the planning board and all that.
They have to approve the subdivision.
That's
You
approved
have
the
to-
subdivision, right? So they're the ones that have to approve the subdivision. No, what do you guys
Any
think?
other issues?
Any issues?
You know, we've been tending to discourage flag lots, but this is almost the character of the neighborhood. That's the last, it's the last development can be done there.
Yeah.
Yep. Call the question. Okay.
CPN 2025 050. 4964 Hillcrest Drive. Shall the variance of 75 feet for lot width variance be granted? Jason,
Yes.
Dave,
Yes.
Kelly,
Yes.
Jim.
Yes. Okay, as presented with the site plans, tonight, benefit to the applicant outweighs the detriment to the neighborhood. This will not change the character of the neighborhood, as there are several other flag lots present. It has been approved by the homeowners association.
According to, yeah. Okay.
Putting in a paved or at least, this is a driveway in that area will allow them to allow the town to get better access to a water plant up above there. This is significant variance, but again, it's in keeping with much of what's been done there. And it is the last development that can be done.
No, I mean. Some keeping with the character neighborhood zone, other than that, I don't see anything. I don't know.
Okay. And we'll go back now to 5229 Sammons Way.
Anybody?
What's that?
5229 Sammons Way.
Oh, I didn't,
You're out.
I'm out.
I don't. You know, this is the third month if we were to wait on this thing, but I almost would like to hear Shannon's. This is 3 people voting on this,
Right.
and I'm happy to vote, but the benefit of the applicant, I wonder if maybe she's more fair for her if Shannon were a part of the deal. I don't think it's come down to 3 of us very often.
Is there a county planning board recommendation here?
I didn't see, oh,
No, I don't think it will be.
I don't think there was either.
No.
And I'm not trying to,
Well, I think that's a good point. I mean, you know, there's 4 of us starting,
right,
Kelly's out.
right.
So it's really just 3 of us. And I think
I don't think we need to hear any more,
No.
from the applicant on it. I think Shannon was here for the last presentation. It hasn't
Right.
changed that much. The numbers are what they are, but it's a very substantial.
That's my
Request.
concern. I mean, it's.
Yeah, it's very substantial. Yeah.
It's up to you, Chip. We can vote
No,
on it right now.
I'd appreciate, I really respect Shannon's outlook on a lot of these things, and I think. It would, again, it may be fairer for the applicant to have
Right.
their,
To have a full board.
why don't we, just have a motion, we put off the vote until next month.
I move to delay this till next month.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
I
So we're gonna. I get you, we have one member not here who heard the presentation last time. I think it would be fairest to have her here. So that we can have as much of the
Very well.
board. Okay, so
Great.
We'll put it on for next month.
All right.
It'll be at the beginning.
It'll- All right.
Although actually, you won't need to present anything further
It'll just be on for discussion, deliberation, and vote.
for our discussion. Yeah,
So at the end, right?
yes.
Okay.
You could sign in and watch online, or you don't have to.
All right, I just ordered my dinner, so.
All right. Thank you so much.
Don't be,
But,
but if Shannon has questions for him, well,
yeah, well,
they can just be asked online.
Any board business from the town? Approval of minutes.
I did read them. I'll make a motion. I didn't see anything. To change, so you guys go with the
Second.
minutes? I motion to approve the minutes.
Second,
All in favor?
I,
Next meeting, we have some.
We have interpretation.
I see that.
There's one
There, you have anything else?
And I don't wanna talk about the interpretations tonight, I don't wanna talk about those applications, right, that's for the meeting next
Right.
month.
Okay,
If, as you're reviewing them, please, and have questions, just call me.
okay,
And I'm happy to talk it over, this is something you guys haven't done a lot of recently.
Right.
If you'll recall, a zoning board can do 3 things. Area variances, use variances, and interpretations. And that's reviewing the decision of the zoning officer. In this case, all 3 of them are the code enforcement officer, who is simultaneously a zoning officer of the town of Canandaigua. And so you're reviewing the Article 16 of the New York State Town Law related actions, anything under the zoning or subdivision code that's related to these Mike Murphy's decisions have been appealed to you. Two of them are complaints the neighbors made And he went out there, he didn't see anything.
What constitutes like a major home occupation? What is,
Defined in town code. Very
It's in
recent.
the town- it's in the town code.
is it?
Very,
Okay,
very.
I didn't look it up yet.
But, well,
It's a really
no,
long,
it just dawned on me what, it's absolutely not specific, it's defined.
oh,
I could tell you this without looking. The definition of a major home occupation is any home occupation that is not a minor home occupation.
well, there you go. That
That's why-
says it
I
all.
just wanted to tell you, I haven't gotten to it yet, I just remembered. That being
I'm
said,
glad I asked. Maybe.
a home occupation is defined, I believe, and I just, code just froze up, but. You know, so we'll go over that, that's something that's. Might be one of the deciding factors. A home occupation. Home occupation is pretty much exactly what you think. Minor home occupation, or excuse me, a home occupation is a non-residential use. Clearly subordinate to the permitted principal residential use of the premises. Any home occupation that is minor if it involves no other person residing on the premises, other than persons residing on the premises. Shows no visible evidence from the exterior, including signage. Generates no additional traffic and no need for off-street parking beyond the customary needs of the occupants of the dwelling unit. Uses no equipment which would not customarily be used by the occupants of the dwelling unit. Is conducted entirely inside. And involves no sales, no exterior displays. No other activities requiring a permit, no noise, no vehicles larger than a four-wheel truck. And no internal or external alteration. So if you work from home, that is not a minor home occupation or a major. Excuse me, that is a minor home occupation.
Okay.
The code does not further regulate. You're allowed to do a minor home occupation.
Right. Is it more of like a traffic type of issue, or is it, it sounds like if you have multiple people coming in and out, or?
The only time I've ever seen, Chip, correct me if I'm wrong, you're the only person who's been around longer than me. Is,
And I forget things, so.
I know, is,
Yeah, right. Were you here when I first started too?
I was here about a decade before when you first started.
Really?
Yeah,
Cause I feel like I've been here for.
you have been, just don't worry, you have.
I've been here for a really long
He's a
time.
lot older than you.
No, I started, I think I was in my 20s when I started.
Really? My God.
Studied as zoning attorney. I might. maybe-
Yeah, I'm like 10 or
Skipped college
12
and
or
went to
something.
law school.
Yeah, right.
But major home occupations, every time, you know, it's hair salon where you're putting one chair in,
Right,
you're gonna sell. Something by appointment only.
Right.
But where you're bringing somebody. You know, bringing customers to your door.
Right.
The exception to that is, and it never comes up. I think what the complaint here is that what they're running is construction business out of, on their house property.
and they're residential,
Now. If I own a construction company and I pick up a Bobcat at the Bobcat dealership.
Right.
Load it on the trailer that's attached to my pickup truck, drive it home and park it in my driveway overnight. And then leave in the morning, that's not a home occupation, that's
Right.
incidental to just living in that house.
well,
you know,
people can do that at any home, like you don't even have to be the owner.
Now, if I have a bunch of equipment and trucks and all my crews show up at my house at 6 o'clock in the morning and load the trucks.
Right,
And it's not, it doesn't have to be 6, it could be noon.
Right.
If my employees or customers are coming to my house to do stuff, then it's probably a home occupation. We don't usually see that because it gets covered under special use permit for a contracted storage shed. But it could also be considered a major home occupation.
If you had a gravel pit on your property.
yeah, right.
I would think that would be a major, well, it wouldn't be a home occupation at all. I don't think the gravel pit is in front of you. right now.
Okay, I'm just questioning, I know it came up.
I thought you were
I think
joking
it
about.
will be. My understanding is they're filing another complaint. Or they, excuse me, they have filed another complaint with the code enforcement officer requesting that he investigate the gravel pit. So that will also,
Okay.
it will be interesting.
Yeah,
It will be.
And you're charged with, you know,
Right, I'm saying right.
making the decision that the zoning officer should have made in the first place. But if you think that, you know, it should be different, or saying this is the right decision. And it's you know, it's a question of laws and facts at the same time.
So are we gonna go stake out the place and?
Nope, this one's presented
Just
to you.
kidding.
just ride by.
First of all, I'm not that patient, so
Drive
you can't do
by
that.
every day.
This
Yeah.
is the same one we looked at before.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, you saw this one.
It's the same, it's probably the same family too, right? I mean, like,
Parents, yeah.
I know they're doing
Same
stuff down below my house. There's properties that they own all over the place
Yeah.
and they're, you know, it's no big. It is what it is, you know, what I mean, I don't know. All right, I got it. They're industrious people, right?
They seem to be. We've got a few of those in the town of Canandaigua.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Warners come to mind.
What's a farm that gets a special exception from our rules?
Farms, just don't worry about farms. Just don't worry about farms.
Don't ask.
Don't ask.
Now, the solar gonna be coming back next month? Or won't they?
More solar.
Yeah, it's on here already.
Which will have given it enough time to go back to the planning board to have a secret determination, I believe. And so you can render might be a midpoint or it's for decision, you know. Off the top of my
My
head.
eyes
They've
are
got a whole
on
schedule in
fire.
the application.
Now, is there,
It's like allergies or something.
it's for a use variance, now, we obviously don't do many use variances.
Yeah, that's a good question, Jim.
And when we've done them, they've been more, you know.
Yeah,
I don't
this
know.
is a utility.
Well, that's what I was gonna
use
say,
variance.
is there a difference?
Well, yes, there's a huge difference, and step one is you
Is
have
this
to
one with the
decide whether it's a
Is this
utility
Is
use
it their
variance.
animal
Right.
slash?
Their attorney is gonna tell you it is, and
Yeah,
I'm
right.
gonna tell you the same thing. And then there is a much lighter standard
Yeah, it's
Right.
for a use variance, a regular use variance, you have to prove to the zoning board that you can't realize any reasonable rate of return. You're losing money on the property.
Right.
You know, if it's a single family house and you spend $100,000 on it, you could prove by an appraiser's estimate, unless I convert it to a shopping mall, I can't sell it for any more than 10,000, but lose 90,000. Or, you know, I'm not permitted to use this for a car wash in this zoning district, but I can't sell it for, I
You're
can't
recused.
get any tenants for a restaurant.
I ordered
So
my
so
dinner.
there's only two variances we can rule on, like you're,
I ordered it when we were sitting
What
there,
is
I'm like,
area and
I
use?
ordered my dinner.
no, but I'm talking the variance for utility is different than our normal 5-step variance.
Very good, yes, correct.
So there's only two that we have to look at. One is there's no other location they can put this.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, except that he framed it that there's two. The way I see it is there's three things you have to consider. Is this a utility use variance? And we'll go over that next week. I'll be prepared to walk you through that. I think the answer is yes.
Okay,
You have to make that decision, not me.
Dave hates it.
I'll make all the decisions. if you want.
I love sitting next to Dave, I swear to God.
Yeah.
What are the other two again?
First of all, it's my good ear, so I hear
For
everything.
insurance?
Are we still recording?
Yeah.
He was pretty
Oh.
agreeable.
Yeah, he was, wasn't he?
Is there any?
Yeah,
you vote against
Would
anything?
I forget. Is it?
Did, when you look at his face, I was looking at
It's all
him,
in
he looks like
there.
he's saying no to everything. It's like. The look on your face during every case, that must have people going, oh my God.
So what was John here?